Hi everyone, my name is Dinesh Sirasena, and today we're going to be talking about imaging the sixth extensor compartment of the wrist. As with my previous talks, I recommend two resources. Firstly, the ESSR guidelines on imaging the wrist, and second, ultrasoundcases.info. Here's an image from the ESSR guidelines, and it just gives a description of the 6 compartments and which tendons are included in this. When we're considering the 6th compartment, we're looking at the extensor carpi ulnaris. To examine the 6th extensor compartment, you have the patient rest their hand over the radial border, and this exposes the ulnar border of the wrist. By placing the transducer in a short axis orientation, you will see the extensor carpi ulnaris tendon in short axis in the ulnar groove. In practice, when I'm examining the 6th compartment, I tend to have the patient either lying supine with the arm resting over the radial border, or I tend to have them sitting upright, again with the arm resting over the radial border. To accentuate this position, you can have a towel tucked under the radial border, and this exposes the ulnar border somewhat more. When examining the tendon, I use a hockey stick transducer. That's because this transducer has the smallest footprint, and it means that when you are undertaking injections, there's less distance for the needle to traverse. Because of the smaller footprint, it's much more maneuverable, and also it tends to have the highest resolution imaging of all 3 different types of transducer. And here's an impression of what you should see. On the left image, we have the extensor tendon in a long axis orientation sitting over the ulna. And in the right image, we have the extensor tendon in a short axis orientation sitting within the ulnar groove. And you can see if there's any sort of thickening or swelling around it. Here's an example of a ECU tenosynovitis. The tendon appears thickened, and there's this hypoechogenic area surrounding it, suggesting edema and thickening to the tenosynovium. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video informative, and it adds to your knowledge of ultrasound imaging. If you did, please remember to hit the like down below and subscribe to the channel for further updates. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and remember to check out sportsmedinfo.sg.